everyone, to Halloween Haunts 365, the podcast. I'm here with, as you can see, Terry. We're going to do our 2021 Brighton Asylum review. It was a lot of fun, and we have some special guests with us tonight. We have Bruce and Stacy, who came through the attraction with us, one willingly, one not so willingly, but it made for some great stories, and a lot of it made the website report. So we're going to introduce Bruce and Stacy now.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
So this is our 7th, 8th, or 9th time through Brighton because we do all the off-season events.
Yes.
Brighton Asylum, located in Passiac, New Jersey. I believe he said it was his 11th season open, which is outstanding for where they are now. It's made up of 3 different attractions. You start off at Portal, which is spelled with a 9 somehow. Then Brighton Asylum, which is amazing. And then the newest attraction there is the Bleeding Grounds, which is a whole nother attraction. So before we get into the Brighton Asylum, we'll talk to Bruce and Stacy about where their love for Halloween started.
Well, that's a tough one. I guess my love for Halloween just started as a kid. The Halloween parties in school, dressing up, going out trick-or-treating with the friends. I've always loved decorating for it. It's probably I know you hate to hear it, but my second favorite holiday to decorate for. But we enjoy this one.
Yeah, we're thinking about having a Christmas special. No, we're not having a Christmas special. She can start her own thing. Christmas special. What about you, Stace?
Probably the same as him. I enjoyed going to school and dressing up for school and being part of little parades at school, trick-or-treating. Not really one for the candy, but I like to look at everybody's lawn decorations and things like that. But
very cool, very cool. So since this is also a horror website on top of all the haunted attractions we visit, Bruce is a horror fan. Stacy, not so much. So we'll ask Bruce what his favorite horror movie is.
Definitely the original Halloween.
Original Halloween. Very good.
It's a good one.
Very good. We are going to go see Halloween Kills on Sunday. That's going to be a good time.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait. We're taking a break from the haunts to fit in a very important movie that, well, we know there's going to be another one, so we know he lives.
Yeah. Found that out today.
Yeah. Favorite horror villain?
Probably Freddy Krueger. He always I loved his one-liners, and that was definitely he's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I started a collection, and I had way too many toys come in last week, so I got to take a break. I got to stop. I'm not going to stop, but that doesn't matter. So this is your 3rd time coming with us, right?
Yes. This was the 3rd time. Two with Stacy, and then one on my own.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So the first time we went with Bruce and Stacy together was to a media night at Field of Screams 3 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, about 3 years ago. Stacy, how was that experience for you?
yeah,
Stacy spent the entire hayride nestled a little further down to where she is now to Bruce, hiding from everything. Bruce, what did you think of that hayride?
I thought the hayride was a lot of fun. That whole night was a blast. That was the first time I had done a haunt in a while.
Yeah, and you'd have to go back in our post, but Stacy didn't go on too many after that.
No,
She was
not.
no,
she was
Zero.
done for the night. And so we had planned to drive up to Brighton. We had an open night. We wanted to go see Rich at Brighton. Terry told me Bruce and Stacy want to come. I'm like, I'm not putting Stacy through Brighton. Well, Stacy decided to go through Brighton, and she made it through all 3 attractions. So I'm very proud of her for
Very
making it through
proud.
that. So before we get into the review, what made you go in there, Stace?
Well, I took the 2-hour drive. I didn't want to sit in the car by myself after that long drive. So I figured I might as well go in. And what
And,
saved me? Nobody touched me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
They have a no-touch policy because they could scare the hell out of you without touching you, which all
Exactly.
places can.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into what you felt in every room when we get to that point. So Brighton Asylum now has a whole grandstand area. They have a horror museum, which was fantastic. They have axe throwing, which we got to do, and I have videos up on YouTube for that. You get to see Frankie play with you in the lines. And then there's 3 haunted attractions and a bunch of escape rooms that we failed miserably on one of them.
We were horrible.
We got one light out.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think of when you first got there and saw all the things to do?
It's a tough question. I guess it's you can tell it's a more of a family atmosphere out there. It looks like there's something for everybody to do. Even if you don't want to go into the haunt itself, there's definitely activities. Like Stacy could have stayed out there and been entertained while we did our thing.
Yep.
If she really wanted to.
Yeah. I think that's important with these places because there's got to be something else to do. Because once you finally get into the attraction, you're done in like a half hour.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah. So the first attraction at Brighton Asylum would be Portal. We'll give one scene away. The subway car. I think that's one of the coolest effects I've seen in a haunt. You gotta hang on tight.
Yes.
You gotta hold your balance and just continue forward. It's basically themed like you're taking an abandoned underground railroad towards the actual asylum. So that's the theme of that one, but you go through some weird areas, abandoned railroad track. I mean, the scenes of Brighton are Hollywood studios, Hollywood all the way. It feels like you're walking through a horror movie. Excuse me. So, what did you think of Portal?
I loved it. I always liked Brighton.
Anything stand out in Portal?
I have to say, I guess the subway was pretty cool.
Subway.
It makes you feel like you're really on a subway.
I got you. What about you guys? The first attraction, I know Stacy, you didn't see much because you were in between me and Bruce hiding. But what did you guys think of Portal?
It was a lot of fun. I agree. The subway car was a great way to kick it off when you first walked in. I thought the actors were on point.
Yeah, that's a recurring theme with Brighton is the acting is always out of this world. They come back year after year to keep scaring you, to keep the fun going. Stacy, what'd you think of Portal?
I thought it was interesting, the shake of the subway. It was definitely nothing I predicted they were going to do. Where shaking you and have to hold your balance like that, and it made you feel like you were going to fall. But
yeah,
that was interesting.
Yeah, it's the last thing you expect when you're walking into a building is to see like a fully working subway car.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So for wow, for Brighton Asylum, we've been busy these last 2 weekends. We finished 6 haunts in 2 weekends. So Brighton Asylum, Portal, I'm gonna go 5 blood splats across the board.
Oh, definitely. Me too. 5
5.
blood.
Okay.
Mhm.
So on a scale from 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, what would be your guys' total of Portal?
I would say 5 also.
5.
Definitely me too.
Very good. So the fear factor was high enough, Stace?
Well, it only goes up to 5. If I really could, I could go even higher.
Very good.
To
I
me,
mean,
it's
she
like 10
had
blood
somebody
splats.
ask her if she was going to have a baby.
Yes.
Yes, definitely somebody did.
No, it was. I was very proud of you. I thought you were going to be done. You can't leave after that one, but you could have left after Brighton. But you kept going. I was very proud of you for hopping in that next line. After Portal ends, you end up right in front of that outstanding facade that is Brighton Asylum.
Yep.
What did you guys think when you finally saw the main attraction?
It was impressive. It was definitely impressive. Just the whole set design. It was top notch.
Yeah, Brighton Asylum always ends up one of my that house alone is usually on the tops of my list for attraction of the year. And every year he does something crazy new. Every time I walk through there, it feels new.
Yes.
And I love that. And I'll keep going back because it feels new every turn. I mean, some of the scenes are the same, like there was no lightning storm this year.
No, there was no lightning storm, but I really think he does that during the Night of the Creeps.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Because he had the 2 girls there,
Yeah, they were off in the corner.
but they were off in the corner. So probably I'm going to say the Night of the Creeps or an off-season one that he'll do something like that.
Yeah, you can usually hear the wind, the thunder going, the lights.
It feels like you're actually walking and the windows are all blown out and you can feel the wind and the lightning you see, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
We could always take Stacy back for Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, it should be fine. That's all.
One a year. One a year.
I thought it was one a season, so I get like 4 a year.
One Halloween season, one Halloween year.
Okay. All right.
We're building up her courage.
Yeah.
Getting
Night
better.
of the Creeps is usually around
May.
May.
And the only difference, you still walk through. I don't know if you still walk through all 3. It might just be 2, but it's all horror movies.
Yeah, that's where Jason grabbed me.
Night of the Brighton Asylum does a ton of extra season shows. They start with Christmas, then there's a Valentine's one. Oh, you want to go to the Christmas one? I'll go to a Christmas thing if you want.
I think
No.
it's called what? Slayer.
Santa Slays or something like that. Yeah, there's Christmas lights all over the hall. It's pretty.
It is pretty, but
then they'll do Valentine's Day, which we went one year for Valentine's.
yes. And then we did the St. Patty's.
Yep, they'll do a Leprechaun one.
Yeah.
Then there's an Easter one.
Yep.
And then
The
there's
Killer Bunny.
Then there's Night of the Creeps, which is Freddy, Jason, Leatherface, Captain Spaulding. They're all in there. That's a good time.
It is pretty cool.
So Brighton Asylum for me, again, year after year after year, is 5 blood splats across the board for me. It was fantastic. I loved every turn. The actors were on point. What about you?
Oh, definitely a 5. I love it there.
What do you guys think about Brighton Asylum?
I would give it a 5 also. It's I think that their use of the animatronics along with the actors themselves, it's really well balanced.
He did have new ones.
He did. He did. We saw a couple of new ones. Looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Did a great job.
He always does.
Yeah,
We love Rich.
we love running up there. It's worth the trip. It really is. It really is. And we went to some, actually, surprising ones this weekend too. But you got to wait for our next recording for that. We covered Night of Terror, Bates Motel. What else haven't we recorded yet? I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got to get with Temecula Terror. We did that. A few other people that we have to have back on the show. So after Brighton Asylum, you head into the Bleeding Grounds, which is set up to be like the housing units for all the nurses in the asylum, but that's also been taken over by the inmates of Brighton Asylum. This, I think, may be a little more detailed than Brighton Asylum, especially at least like the first 3 rooms with the spinning table and the dining table that gives you a nice surprise.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot about that dining room table.
I did it. Bruce caught it. I had to look back to see if Bruce caught it, and Stacy was headed. She was about 2 feet tall at that point. But yeah, Bleeding Grounds is just scene after scene of Hollywood level horror movie everywhere. It's like walking through dreams. And that's why I love doing this so much. It's just such a good time. Bleeding Grounds for me is going to be 5 blood splats. I don't want to give too much away in there because it's still new. You can still tell they're tweaking with a couple things. So for me, it's 5 blood splats.
For me, 5 blood spots.
5 blood splats.
But yeah, I always get tongue tied on that.
We're just gonna call it a 5. They know that
There
we're
you
waiting
go.
on that. Okay, good. What about you guys over there? The Bleeding Grounds at Brighton Asylum.
Going with 5 also. It's the set design and the artwork was unbelievable.
Yeah, they got, and everything's so well timed in all 3 of the attractions. Like sometimes you'll walk by and miss that hit of air that hits you in the groin area and almost takes you down. A blast of air hit me right in the nuts, and I felt every bit of it, and that did not feel good. And one of the it animatronics hit me in the chest, and they're not light. I was like, damn. So, what did we do after the Bleeding Grounds?
We went to the museum.
Oh, we went to the museum. That's right. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in there.
I can't wait to have Rich on so he can explain everything.
Yeah, we will. We will. Let him finish his craziness right now. They have outfits and gear from all these different horror movies like Resident Evil. There's the set worn piece from Ryan Reynolds in the Amityville Horror remake. What did you guys think of the museum? Because that's something they're still working on.
The museum was pretty cool. There was a lot of stuff in there. You wonder how he gets his hands on that much movie props.
Yeah,
but,
we gotta talk and see if he knows anyone at New Line or
You can have
fingers
crazy
crossed,
stuff.
right?
I need some screen worn stuff, Mr. England. And Robert, if you're listening, come on the show. I'm gonna get you one day, I promise. All right, but back to reality. What do we do after that?
Axe throwing.
Axe throwing.
Yes.
Everyone's got axe throwing. I don't understand the.
It's fun.
I don't understand the
We're
fad.
gonna go. Me and Stacey are gonna take you and Bruce. We're gonna go to.
But I've already hit bullseyes. I'm done. I mean, I can throw an axe. It's proven. We did it at Bates last year.
But they play different games.
Oh, there's different games.
Yes.
All right, we'll have to go one night. Well, we can. If she can make it through Brighton Asylum, I can go throw
Right.
some axes for a couple hours.
That's
Yeah,
and do a Christmas special.
we're doing that already. One a year. That goes for you too. See, my 2 wives or 1 wife when it comes to Christmas. I only need to do 1 event, and the rest I'm done.
It makes perfect sense to me.
Yep, I see. Um, after that, we went to escape room. I'm not sure how many they have. I think there's close to 5 or 6 with all different time limits.
They had more up at the front, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I think the ones up the front were horror themed.
Ours was pretty horror themed. It was an atomic bomb about to go off. I mean, it's not like you're looking for fairies. But I see what you're saying. But a lot of them are, I think the like serial killer one's an hour, and we really didn't have an hour that night.
No.
I had to get on a flight Monday morning.
Yeah.
But we did
That
the
was a 2-hour drive home.
Yeah. I think ours was called Fear Pressure.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was a 5-minute.
5-minute one. And you had to do a lot of shit in 5 minutes and a lot of stuff we couldn't figure out. And I think it's the first escape room I haven't gotten out of. I'm kind of upset that
There was a lot of reading material.
that Brighton Asylum ruined my streak. What'd you guys think of the impromptu escape room that we didn't plan on doing but did?
I thought it was fun, but I think you're right. It was at least the one that we did. It was a lot of information to try to digest in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking back on it. We should have probably all read a page at the same time and then discuss it later instead of Terry reading it all because that took the longest. Because I was just pressing buttons and looking under stuff.
Stacy was just afraid that something was going to jump out at her. So she was helpless in there.
Yeah, I was worthless. I was in the corner.
Nah, that's all right though. You were out of your element that whole night. And I'm very proud of you. But yeah, there's a ton to do at Brighton Asylum. We're gonna have Frankie on. He's a part of their new YouTube intro, which you just watched. So that's gonna be a good time. He's phenomenal. Never breaks character. Even when we know him, he doesn't break character. We're going to have the owner on, Brighton, to maybe get some behind-the-scenes looks. I mean, he's a great guy. I just haven't been able to talk to him like I really want to talk to him. And I don't know how much I'm going to get out of him on the camera, but we're going to try. So, all in all, Brighton Asylum for me is 5 blood splats across the board. I mean, everything. All attractions were great. There's anything you want there. There's also a nice new gift store that even looks creepy. They did a phenomenal job on the outside of Brighton. What are your final thoughts on Brighton?
A 5, definitely.
5.
They also have like drinks and snacks there too.
Yep. And I got my mug, which I meant to use now, but I forgot. So I'm just going to have to use the good old Halloween Haunts mug. So what about you guys? What is your final decision on Brighton Asylum for the final score?
I'm giving it a 5. It was a lot of fun. We had a real good time.
Very good.
5
Now-
because I can't give any higher. If I could, I would.
Stacy would give it all 10 in the Fear Factory range, giving them all 6s, but then I would have to make new stickers, and I don't remember how I made those, so that would just be so Brighton Asylum, fantastic. So yeah, we go to Benny. And Bruce comes to maybe 1 or 2 a year. The last one I remember Bruce going to was Field of Screams.
We did Shocktoberfest last year.
Oh,
Yeah,
Shocktoberfest.
Shocktoberfest.
Yes, we did do that. So if you had to put the 3 head-to-head, who would you pick?
If I had to choose one to go back to out of the 3, probably Field of Screams.
Field of Screams?
Yeah.
Okay. I like to get input because I have to make
I keep going back and forth. I love Brighton, but I love Field of Screams. Like, I can't choose between the two. They're my favorites.
Yeah, and there's like 4 of mine, and the Bates Motel just made it back into my favorites last night because it was incredible.
I can't wait to hear the review for that one.
Oh, we're doing it in a couple minutes. We'll probably release that in a couple days though, because I'm trying to space everything out. Because how the website works is once I post another one, that other one drops down. So it's not like the headliner. So I try and give them all like extra time on the headline, but I don't want to wait too long because I want them to have some, reviews before their season's over. So it's just like, what do I do? But that doesn't mean I can't record like 3 of these and just have them stacked up.
Smart.
Well, you got anything else about Brighton Asylum for tonight?
It's a fun night out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the trip. Bruce, Stacy, thank you so much for being on.
Thanks for having
Absolutely.
us.
Where are we going next year, Stacy?
Not black.
I think we're going to Reapers.
Blackout. Nope. No
Nope.
blackout for me.
Pitch black Reapers. We're
Nope.
good.
Nope.
I can't handle it. You can't handle that.
What-
You freak out.
This will be the ultimate test for Stacy. Then she can never
No,
be like, I can go through
no.
all of them.
No.
I would never put her through that.
All right, then we'll just go to Orlando and go through Horror Nights.
Yeah.
We're at Universal. Let's go.
Let's do it.
See, we can do all the fun
And
stuff
you're
in
in
midday.
and out within 5-7 minutes, 10 minutes maybe.
And Stacy, every turn and every line, there's a bar. So you're good.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
So you're good. Yeah, we've been wanting to go back. We want to try and plan something.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
And maybe you guys can come with us.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably get us the rooms. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thanks, guys.
We wanted an outside opinion of Brighton because we've been there so many times, and just hearing you guys cement what we already thought. I was choking on my water. That's all I have for Brighton Asylum. What about you?
No, I don't have anything else.
All right. That's all we have for you today at HalloweenHaunts365.com. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. That's going to be right here. Until next time, guys, we're working on a lot right now. So just keep watching the videos as they come. Go to the podcast, Halloween Haunts 365, the podcast on Apple, Spotify, and I believe a couple others, but those are the 2 big ones that everyone uses. So we're not worried about that. But until next time, this is HalloweenHaunts365.com, where every day is haunt season. Thank you.
Bye.